Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Sorry to have missed you all on Friday. The power went out at like 4:15 and it wouldn't have left me enough time to get home and get situated. So I just emailed Kevin and he was able to cancel the meeting. I hope you all received the notice. We had the craziest wind.
We were just making sure you were okay, that's all.
Yeah, I ended up just sitting there and enjoying the peace and quiet. You know, when the power goes out, how quiet it is?
Mm-hmm.
The airs aren't running, the lights aren't buzzing. I was like, wow, we live in a noisy world.
Yeah, we do. I've noticed that too when everything went off and I was the only one at home.
Mm-hmm.
Dark.
And so quiet.
It's very still, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you go outside the neighborhood, there's just nothing going on.
Nothing,
it's so quiet.
That until the neighborhood generators flip on and then it gets real noisy.
Yeah.
No one here has generators, but the power was out for 2 days at the studio.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a little tiny town. They don't care if they fix it.
Oh, God.
If you don't have a hospital or some other essential service, you're often on the last ones on the list.
No grocery store, no hospital, so they were low priority.
Yeah.
Yep. So
You're in a little town?
the studio is, yeah. And the town that I live in, we have a hospital and a Walmart, so they'll never let the power go out.
We lucked out where we lived in Deep River a couple years after we moved in. The junior high school was designated an emergency spot, and the electricity came from the west to the east, and we were between where the power came from and where the junior high school was. So that always got priority. So we usually didn't have out. If we had an outage, it wasn't for very long.
Hi, Suzette.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I have lots of updates for you. I took advantage of my weekend. I have started the quilt.
Ooh,
Wow.
how cute.
Oh, pretty.
Is Gay approved?
Hold it up again.
What's up?
Okay. Very good.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking for this first one, Gay, that this, I'm going to make for 20, this is 24 inches by 24 inches, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have 2 of these with the little squares and the medium squares. And then I'm going to cut out 2, where is my fabric for that? Huh, here it is. I'm going to cut out 2 solid blue 24-inch squares. And then I have this beautiful, you might not be able to see it, variegated thread. And so I want to focus on the stitches on these. I'm done with that. And so it'll end up being like a square quilt.
Right.
Will that be okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the one idea I did have, Gay, which you can tell me if this is feasible. Okay, imagine a square, right? I rounded corners for the dark blue. And when I fold it in half, it has a really cool shape. Like I can fold it on the diagonal.
Oh.
And so then I was thinking, but this might be too far out there, that this blue part would have the rounded edge and I could like quilt like a tulip in it. Can you see that?
Okay.
Visualize.
Too much?
That's a lot for a first time quilt, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the rounded corners will be on the edges. Is that what you're saying?
Of only 2 ends, just the blue ends.
Okay.
So that then when I fold it like this, like on the couch,
Right.
that center corner will be round.
Okay, yep, that can be done.
Does that have a name? Has anyone ever done that?
It's a scallop, but it's only a half, it's a corner, a rounded corner.
Okay.
I have made quilts with rounded corners or scallops.
Is there any trouble with the binding if I do that? This will be my first time ever.
It'll seem like you have, if you cut it on the bias instead of just on the straight grain, you'll have a little bit more play with your binding.
Okay.
That way they have a little more play, it'll have a little more give.
Okay. And I was kind of thinking too. This is if you give a pig a pancake, to piece the binding, because I have these 2-inch strips, but they're not cut on the bias though. They were left over from these beautiful fat quarters. So
Uh-huh. Well, you could try it. If it won't go around the curve, it won't give you what you want, then you're gonna have to maybe cut just a few pieces where the curve is
okay,
for the bias.
I could do
Put
that.
those in that area. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Good morning, Usha. I didn't see you sneak in the room.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Sally. How is your grandson?
There's the one with the scallop. See
Okay.
it? It has
Oh.
rounded corners.
I like that. That's really pretty. Beautiful.
So, but you can do them.
Okay, I'm gonna try. How is your grandson, Sally?
Oh, he's okay. He's teething.
Oh, okay, good. Nothing serious then.
He
But
takes
it's-
it serious.
He does. Yeah. Of course he does. Of course he does. And then my last year, I found the perfect jumper for me. Even though it looks like a dress, it is called the Artful Jumper. So I'm going to do this one.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
What number is that?
So this one is S8944A. And wouldn't it be darling if these were like culottes instead of a dress? And then the pockets popped out at the side. So would it be very difficult, Casey, to lay a pant pattern on that and get that? Because it doesn't need to be fitted, right? Like these are going to be kind of those droopy drawers.
Yes, you could do that. You probably want a pant that is more like a trouser versus a jean, so that there's, more design ease in it, and then lay that on top, and that'll give you your crotch to it. Yeah.
Which one? I'm sorry, put it up, please. Tell me which one you're doing. Which one of them? Or are all they same?
I'd like to do this one here and turn it into,
Okay, what's the number on that so I can look at it again? What's the number on it?
S8944A. And then can you see the little drawings at the top? That makes it easier, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then here's the back.
yep. So you're gonna make that as a jumper.
Well, it's called the Artful Jumper as is, but I
Okay.
think it would be so cute as pants at the bottom.
Yeah. And so when you take that pant pattern, you want to lay the seam of the pants pattern on the center front line. So you may have to draw a center front line, which means you just fold the pattern in half and establish your center front, because you just want to make sure you have enough to make a seam. So the seam of the pant pattern will be your center front. And so you just add it, lay it on that way so that you get it the right amount of seam.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt it. And then I got this Robert Kaufman linen.
Ooh.
to make it
Oh,
out of. Yeah. So this wasn't cheap, but
Yeah.
so I think I will absolutely just take the whole month and make a muslin first out of inexpensive fabric And then in the last week, I'll cut up that gorgeous.
Have you washed that linen yet?
No, and I learned from the last time because I bought it in red for the Lisa dress.
Yeah.
I definitely have to serge it
Yeah.
because it tied in tons of knots.
Yeah.
Has anyone, this is the other idea I had. Has anyone ever serged the short ends together before you washed it? Because it's finished
Yeah.
on the long edge.
I've seen people suggest that they just sew, not serge, but just sew with a basting stitch that edge. But you're sure you could serge it. I would do a 3-thread so it's easy to pull out later on.
You
I
may
was-
not, if you're doing the very, very edge, then it doesn't really matter. You're not going to necessarily have to take it apart if you're at the very edge. If you're just trying to keep it from over raveling.
Yeah, and bunching up into
Yeah.
So to be clear, Andrea, you were going to take the 2 cut edges and serge them together. So it's basically a round thing. So it would do less tangling.
No, I
I
don't
was
think,
thinking just doing it long, but if
Yeah.
it would work round, that could be great too.
I just thought that because I have seen people suggest that they
Really?
serge they sew the 2 edges together. I've never done it. I just tend to serge the cut edges and leave it at that.
Then you could put it around. I still have an old fashioned washing machine with the agitator. I could put it right around the agitator and the fabric would stay balanced.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna
might work.
try it. I have 3.5 yards.
Ooh,
So
Yeah.
I'm
is
gonna
it, that's
try-
the wide stuff too, right?
I don't think so. Doreen, if it is, I'll be real happy, but I don't think so. No.
Then
It's-
you'll need it all, yeah.
Yeah. And this pattern has a lining for that top jumper part.
Mhm.
Do you think I should just make it out of the same fabric or should I use a contrast?
How heavy is the fabric? Because lining just needs to be, not create a lot of extra weight. So if the fabric's thin, I would go with the same fabric.
This is heavy. It has a fair amount of weight.
Yeah. So then I might go switch with, now it's linen. So I don't know if you want to try and get a lighter weight linen in a color close to it. Because if it's a contrasting color, it may show through, especially something with such a deep V, it may show through. So you may
True,
want to,
right here, yeah.
yeah. So you may want to try either find something close to it or try it with when you do your muslin, you'll see how that shows through. And so then maybe you can make a decision.
Okay. All right, let's see. Who else has something to share? Usha, we haven't seen you for a long time. Where have you been?
I am at my house.
My house. You're in a different room though.
I am in the same room, different angle. That's all. I am in an easy chair instead of sitting or standing.
We should have a contest. How many angles are in your room?
This was normally like I sit and watch TV very rarely. Mostly all my stuff will be in this chair, so I don't get a chance to sit in this chair. But yesterday I cleaned up the whole place, so I better use the chance today.
Before something happens and it's busy again. It looks like a great chair.
This is my 50th birthday gift to myself.
Mm.
It was my rocking chair, my dream chair. Yeah, but no sewing for me past all month. April is so dull for me. I did not sew at all or very less. I don't
you
even
missing it?
remember. I miss definitely. But this week is my on-call week, so I don't have much hopes of me sewing. Or maybe some, actually I did one legging, that's all I did. So I might make more leggings because those are the ones I needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even make the quilt top for the April one. I did not.
Wow.
So that's bad I am.
Yeah. Well, considering that you have made it every month for
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
long-
April was like no breathe time month and May looks like it too. So
Really?
Yeah, I see some light in June, so we'll see. But Doreen, I made some time to go to post office and I mailed your fabric finally. She's trying to.
Did you see my message to you?
Oh, I did not. I was like,
Okay,
so
no,
busy. You got it?
I sent you a message just to make sure, because I was gonna talk to you on Friday, but I think I got it on Friday, I believe.
Oh, okay, you got it already. Good.
Yes, I got it. Yes, yes, I'll show it. Yes, I'll show it to everybody.
So continue to Doreen. I don't have anything else.
I just absolutely was like, oh, look at that, you guys.
Oh, how fun.
I mean, I was just about in tears. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Oh,
God,
that is the
it's
cool.
just gorgeous. You can see the inside. It's just beautiful.
Oh,
I
Usha.
can't
Oh
keep
my
it.
goodness. What pattern is that?
It's just
That's the one crafty pattern. Remember, Andrea, I showed it before, like last summer. This is what I did in my backyard. I was just enjoying the backyard nature and sewing it. The patchwork bag, I believe. So
Yeah.
I used the fox leather ribbon. You have it as a bottom.
But
And then,
you just invented the bag pattern?
no, it's a crafty class.
Oh, okay. And
look
what?
Yeah.
at the one. Look at the fabric in it. I got a.
Peanut.
Oh,
I
just saw that. It's so cute. And
There is one regular pocket and the zipper pocket inside. That's all. Otherwise, it's a very roomy bag. So you just throw anything and then.
but they don't sell the pattern separate from the class.
You can make any bag
I want to
and
make
then just make. It's just a patchwork bag, I believe. I should
Yeah.
have the pattern piece. If I show it to you, then you can make it definitely. I'll get by next Friday, the coming Friday, the pattern piece which I did cut. Then if I show it to you, you can easily make it. You don't need a pattern.
Thank you, Usha. And then there's this bag called Lomexa by Country Cow. I think we should make that on a Thursday. We would need a couple Thursdays, but it is cool. If everybody looks at that and sees if you like it. And then I don't want to forget to tell you too, they're going to let us form group pages, Facebook group pages now at Element 3. So
what does that mean?
we're going to be allowed to create Facebook group pages now for Element 3. Yeah, so that would be nice because then I can get information to you faster without, violating any rules.
Without doing a no.
Yeah. Well, they already started their own page. I didn't do it.
So does that mean like you can be the administrator?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, I will have to start it under the Element 3.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So if you all think about it, I have to write the page policies for all the group pages. So like if there are things that would make you more comfortable within the group and you have ideas, let me know or drop it in the chat while we're visiting today. Obvious things that like no political posts, right? Nobody wants to hear that. But if there are other things that you think that will make it a safe space for us, let me know. Okay, let's see. Who are we talking to? We talked to Usha. How about you, Casey? What's happening there?
I am tracing out the romper pattern.
Oh, yay.
Let's see. Just to remind everybody, it's gonna be, I better find myself because I can't. There we go.
Oh, okay, that one. Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
Frederick 6351. And I'm bigger on the bottom than on the top. So I'm cutting out a 14 on the bottom and a 12 on the top and trying to figure, I'll have to get them married up together, but that'll also make my drop seat a little easier. So haven't quite engineered that yet, but that'll be next.
That's exciting. Now, Casey, are you doing the one that has a little open back?
This pattern, all of them are open back,
Oh,
the same back.
that'd be so nice in the summer for you, Suzette. You could have air conditioning.
Yeah. So, and I figured it would be the kind of thing, if I like it, I can make it a second time and you could put like a t-shirt underneath it or a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it so you can get more wear out of it. But this first go around, it's just going to be like a summer romper. So yeah.
Fun, fun, fun.
So
How's everything else going?
things are going okay. We were spent a lot of time working at the house recently. So I'm doing the landscaping kind of at the moment because we have these piles of dirt and there's all these rocks in the dirt. So I go and then Dave helped me yesterday. We go and collect the rocks, the small rocks out of the dirt and then put it as landscaping near the house. So to keep the dirt from, splashing up on the house when it rains. So that's mostly what we've been doing is working on the house. So
You're going to have a fine appreciation for rocks at the end. Don't you waste that good rock.
yeah. Serious. I'm not gonna pay somebody to haul dirt away that bring me back rocks. So like, if they take it someplace where they process it, I might end up paying for my rocks twice.
Oh, it could be your very own rocks.
Right.
I recognize that rock.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we've been doing. I'm getting ready for my trip next week. So I don't know how much I'll be on next week because I got a train schedule of people to visit, and so trying to get a lot of visiting in.
So is this a trip to your daughters?
No, it's a trip to my dad's and back to Connecticut.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll see my brother and my dad, and then I got, like I said, quite a breakfast with so-and-so, lunch with so-and-so, dinner with so-and-so kind of schedule to try and get everybody in. So
That'll be fun. If you do make it to that little shop, take pictures for us.
yeah. Yeah, I emailed Joanne. I was gonna try and do something with her, but I think the schedule is too tight. I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I thought it would be kind of fun if the two of us went up and did something, but I don't think it's gonna be able to happen, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah.
So when are you coming back, Casey?
I'll be back on the 12th, Wednesday, the 12th. Yeah.
Well, happy Mother's Day early to you.
Thank you. I am
And
going to spend Mother's
Grandmother's
Day.
Day.
I'm going to spend Mother's Day with my son.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. We're going to go for a hike and he's going to cook me a Mother's Day dinner on the trail. So it's going to be
That's
fun.
really
Oh,
nice.
sweet.
Wow. So Dave's not going with you, just you're going?
No, just me. He's got projects he has to work on for the house that he's building bookcases. And so I'm not much assist there. So we thought we'd sneak a trip in before I have to help with the flooring and other things. So this is my little getaway to see. I was going to go last year to see my dad, and then the coronavirus happened. So I haven't seen him for over a year. So
Wow.
yeah. So
Well, enjoy every second of your time.
yeah.
Exciting stuff. How about you, Kim? What you working on?
I finished my t-shirt,
Yay.
so I got that done.
Pretty.
And that's all I did.
That's big.
That's good enough.
Second.
Yeah.
Let me see the fabric on that.
What is the neckband? I saw some letter on it. Ah, look at that. Oh, that's
That's just a dirt, yeah. Oh, what kind of fabric is that?
Just a not t-shirt knit, just a t-shirt knit. Yeah,
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's.
Did you just
very
get that out of
pretty.
your stash?
yeah.
You got a
Yep.
good stash.
Yep.
She
So,
does. Kim has
so no,
everything.
Did you do your hair differently, Kim?
no.
Oh, it's very curly. No, it looks very curly. That's what it's just, yeah, I like
No.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna make in May. There's too many options. Too many options.
You mean between the jumper, the separates, the jumpsuit, and the romper?
Yeah, that's just too much.
I found mine. I was so happy to find this one. I was looking for this specific look.
I'm thinking I might do this.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
Oh, I
really
like
it's
that.
fun.
Is that a
Yeah.
newer or older one?
That's an older one,
I like all three of them.
but it's all separates. So that's what I was looking at.
Really, the top just gives the look of a jumpsuit?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it just has a drawstring at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Really clever.
Yeah.
like
So I'm
it.
thinking about except without the ruffles. I'm not getting into them ruffles.
Where are the ruffles? Where are the ruffles?
Around the pockets. Around the pockets. It's like
Oh.
no, that's a little too girly. So it's like no.
So, Kim, I'm curious because I'm always shocked how much fabric this takes. What's it about the average on the fabric requirement?
Let's see. The top is around, well, it's according to, for me, it would probably be about 2 1/4 for 45 inches or 1 5/8 for 60 inches. So,
Just for the top.
mhm.
And then how much for the bottom?
The pants would be, let's see what it says, around 2 1/4 for 60 inches and 2 5/8 for 45 inches.
So like 5 yards of fabric on your body.
It's just like
Yeah.
my sari, which is like
Yeah.
5 yards
Mhm.
Isn't that amazing?
That's a lot of fabric.
in a
And that's
different format.
I was like, I'm gonna be wearing this. That's heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't still know if I want them both the same. That's the only problem is you're supposed to make it look like a jumpsuit, but I don't know if I want the top and the bottom to be the same fabric.
You could totally do color blocking too. Wouldn't that be
So I don't know.
Then
I'm
they
just-
look separate.
fun?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. I've got 5 yards of fabrics in some. I have to look through my
Ooh.
stash and see which has 5 yards. So
That's a lot of
I
fabric.
don't think I've ever, went to the counter and said, give me 5 yards.
That's
oh,
a-
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I got plenty of that.
Oh, it's a lot.
I must have commitment issues. I'm like a 1 yard girl. I want you out of here.
Oh, I've never bought 1 yard of fabric.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
oh, gosh. How about you, Suzette? Did you pick a jumper, a separate jumpsuit?
I'm gonna make the same one Dara made.
Oh, that's cute.
And
Very-
I'm embarrassed to show my quilt off after your fancy.
Are you kidding? This isn't fancy. These are squares.
Mine's so wild with color and I just cut up my scraps. I didn't,
Let me see. Well, remember, I was supposed to do that. Oh, that's pretty, Suzette. That's stunning.
it's wild colors.
That
Oh,
is very
beautiful.
beautiful.
Perfect.
Oh, and
I love
and you
it.
did a good job kind of with some of the solids, spacing them out and everything. Yeah, you did
You
it.
did
That's beautiful.
beautiful.
Really
Yes.
fun.
There's a couple upside
Yay,
down.
good job. Very good
That's all
job.
right.
Really pretty.
Down,
Oh,
flamingos. And then the other thing I'm working on is resizing the backpack.
Backpack?
Woo.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, that fabric's fun.
I
Are
took-
these for the kids or for you?
I'm gonna make it for me and see how the size difference goes, and then if it's too big for them, I'll downsize again, but I'm supposed to have it done by tomorrow night, right?
Yeah. No, you're fine.
That's the front,
Fun.
right? Yeah, the front.
I really like the size of that right now. So
Yeah.
what was the measurement on the body panels? Like 12 by 15?
13 by 13.
Really?
Yours was 18 by 18,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a little taller because of
Yeah.
the thing that covers the hidden zipper pocket.
So fun. I forgot I did it like that.
Yeah, and the pocket.
Yay. It's really cute.
But I'm just watching the videos and whatever's in that segment, I'm making sure my measurements are right, and then I'll do that part and then on to the next one. I think
That
I'm
was so hard to come in every day. I had to come in every day for 11 days, record, edit, and upload. I would finish by noon and then have to sew all my orders. I was like, what have I done to myself?
I haven't started cutting out my jumpsuit yet, but I've got a month, so.
Yeah, yeah. I'm only making one jumpsuit. So it would just be one really good jumpsuit.
I'm gonna do 2.
Are you?
I think I'm gonna do a romper and a jumpsuit.
Do you have the patterns?
For the jump,
Let's
it's the
see.
same one. Well, no, is Suzette done?
Yes, that's all I've done.
Okay, so I changed, because I was at Walmart, the amount of fabric that they dumped by Walmart, they just exploded with fabric. And so, because there was so much of it, I didn't get anything except, remember, okay, so that's the pattern. You guys remember that? So I'm gonna do this one.
That's
What's the number? You guys are all doing Butterick patterns.
Yeah.
Data.
6779. I like it because I like that it's just got you can't really see, it's got a button opening, and that's what I like. It's just when to go to the bathroom, you just unbutton it and down,
And
so
then that falls into the toilet.
right. I'm like, that would not work for me.
I've done that before, so I'm okay there.
We have a shared bathroom at the studio, so I try not to let anything even touch the floor.
Oh.
It's one thing if you're at home in your own space, you take care of. If you're just out.
But when you got, yeah. Because I love the sleeves on this too, that I'm making another, well, yeah, I forget, never mind. But I like the sleeves on this because it's a little bit of a floppier kind of a sleeve, and that's what I like. So where we were having an issue on my other fabric, I'm choosing, I think this one, I've got plenty of it. So it's a bit bold, but this is the one I'm choosing instead.
Ooh, pretty.
Gorgeous. Wow.
This is also a buck a yard. This is nothing, so.
Really?
Beautiful.
That
Yep.
was at Walmart for $1 a yard?
Yep,
Mine never gets anything like that.
that's what I told you. I said, it went from having nothing there, and then it was just mounds of tons of fabric.
So like right now they have $1 a yard fabric. Right now, Dory?
What now? At my
Right,
Walmart, yeah.
right now, $1 a yard.
It was in a big package, and they have them. They just have, like 4 yards and that's what they do. It's just a huge, and well, they roll it up so tight.
Each Walmart is different, Andrea. So
Yep. Each one
Mine-
is a bit different, and they had just tons of, they have a rack of 2 for $2 and 3 yards for, each rack, and they just mount just a huge, they'll have the sign on the rack, a big sign, and there's a rack, and that's 2 for, next rack down, and they just had, each rack was just exploding with fabric.
Did you
Mine
fill
is
up the whole
mine
cart?
is selling 3 for $8. 3 yards for $8.
Did you fill up the whole cart, Doreen?
No, I didn't. I only took the one because I've got such, Kim. I have to be good because I probably don't have more than other people, but I like to be able to, in order to, use two different fabrics together like I like to do, I've got to be able to see it. So I'm not buying much fabric right now, but this one I got because I'm going to use it with the jumper. So
Gonna be
that
stunning.
one was a worthwhile buy. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
it's a lot of fabric, but
Is that knit fabric?
what now?
Is that a stretchy fabric?
It is a stretch, but the stretch is so minimal.
Okay.
It's a very, very strong fabric. It's got a little bit of stretch, but not bad. And this one does not call for a knit. It's just that, the crepe rayon and all the chalice, that kind of thing. That's what's supposed to go in here. So this fabric, I'm going to just open it totally up. So this is a single yard.
Mhm.
It's not that, you can't really tell, but it's just not that, it feels fairly light when you just have the single yard. It does not feel like it's going to be overpowering. And I like, the way it's going to work with the sleeve, I like, because the sleeve is a little bit floppy.
Mhm.
And that's going to work nicely with the sleeve. So,
And what was written on the side of the fabric? Some company name.
I don't know if there was.
How many yards does your jumpsuit call for?
Oh, hang on, I get my glasses right here. Okay. For B. Oh, it doesn't call for that terribly much. It's like 2 3/4 of 60 inches.
Is that 60 inches?
Yeah, this is 60 inch what I have here, and I can't, these cheaters aren't strong enough, but it's close to 3 yards. So that is not bad, because you're talking a sleeve that, the sleeve it's because there isn't much of a sleeve, and that's where you get a little bit less.
Top and bottom both together, 3 yards only required?
Yeah, I swear that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at B. Did I look at the right one? Yeah, it's 2 and something, but it looks like it's close to 3 yards. It's of 60 inches.
Okay.
Of 60-inch wide. But yeah, when you're getting into 45, the 45 wide, then you get, another yard almost in there.
Mhm.
You'll have like 3 3/4. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So Usha said what designer was on there? You had a name or something on there? On your fabric?
Yeah, I'm looking.
The ones which I got, it was written some international fabric. That's all. Nothing was there.
If I find it, I'll let you know.
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't
if you-
see anything right now.
yeah.
What did you get? 4 yards of that?
Yeah. No, I just don't see it. I'd like to know where the heck. No, I don't see it.
Mhm. That's okay.
Yeah.
Did you make anything over the weekend, Doreen?
Yes, I did. I don't have the pants here, but you guys remember the striped with the peach and all that linen type of thing. So
Mhm.
this guy is the one that I just made right here, that guy. So you can see, can you see? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. And basically it's the same thing. So,
Oh, cute.
Fun.
yeah, and it fits good. Yeah, there's a color there.
Super cute.
I had wanted to make a much wider sleeve, but evidently, I don't know on the pattern, I thought I was making it wider, but it didn't turn out wider at all. It just turned out to be,
That looks normal.
that's normal. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's,
Good thing you made it wider. It might not have.
oh my gosh, because the one it had in there looked a little bit too slim and I brought it out by an inch more. So it would have been really almost tight.
Mhm.
Because what I have here just fits really nice.
It's super cute.
Okay,
Is
so I made
is it hard to do that twist?
to do the flip.
The twist.
No.
Twist.
Whatever,
No.
flip.
No. You have to, I mean, it's one of the times that I had to read directions. You know, I had to really look at it because I had never done that before, but it was very easy to do it. No big thing at all.
Super duper.
So I did that one. And then this one here is taking a little bit longer than what I thought, but I'm doing this guy here. Yeah. So doing that one with the coming down like that. And I'm doing it for, I've got this skirt that I've already made. So I've got this blue guy.
Oh, that looks nice.
Pretty.
Yeah, I've got this
Very
guy.
pretty.
Yeah, so I've got that, but I really didn't have anything to wear with it. And so with what the pattern I just showed you, I had this stuff in my stash. So I just have it, I don't have the elastic in it, but
Oh,
Ooh,
that's so pretty.
oh, so fancy with that skirt and that top.
so it'll, and this is fabric that I've had in my stash forever. So it's really, it has not been fun to work with. It's been one of those that, where the fabric kind of curls up a lot. Yeah, it's just a pain. And so what I just did just now is I got this thing sewed together, the bottom thingy. And so getting that sewn together, and then I've got it now, I've got to put elastic in it.
Where does the elastic go?
So the elastic, okay, so this is right here. So you sewed, I just sewed this together and the seam is a little bit bigger so I can get elastic in through there. Because as you see, all of these have elastic in it.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a belt.
Nope, all of them have elastic.
That's very cute. It's also pretty without it too, isn't it?
I was just really thrilled with this guy to find this is going to go well with the skirt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because that goes with the skirt. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. But I've never wear this thing. And I just brought out a lot of my spring and summer clothes and I'm going, you don't have a dang thing to wear with this.
You made the skirt as well?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a, you know, just a whatever, it's gathered top and very easy to sew. Very easy. But I needed something to go on top, so I'm hoping that this, when it gets the gathering in, that's what I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping for.
And then you made the shirt you're wearing too?
Nope, I just bought this I think I got this at Walmart.
Just now?
Just in the last, it's in between Walmart and Target, either or. I got, a few of these they were probably all of 10, 11, probably, I think they were, whatever, under $20, way under $20.
That's what I said to Isabel when I bought the pattern and the fabric. I said, I'm gonna make myself a $70 jumpsuit. I could fill a bag of Target clothes for you for the same amount of money.
I don't think the Target clothes, I think all of these are gonna be very quick to wear out.
They are. They're like
Yeah.
one season almost you can get out of them.
Yeah, I've noticed some of the ones that I had from the last year, they barely made it a season. So I'm noticing that my feeling is to go towards a little bit more, maybe a little bit more expensive or just better quality fabric. So I don't want these guys to be wearing out either, you know.
There was some, I don't know if it was a conspiracy or not, but I think it was something that I read, or maybe someone in this group said it, that they're designing the fabric for this ready to wear to disintegrate. Did you say that, Casey?
Well, part of it is that I was talking with Pamela Leggett, and she said that they're making the fabric thinner so that so the shipping is not as much and they get more garments out of it. And, you know, consequence of that is that it's then, you know, is basically designed, it's fast fashion. It's designed to only last a season and then, you know, to be disposed of. So Seamworks had an article on sustainability and fabrics, and it was kind of an interesting, they went through all the different fabrics and gave you the pros and the cons in terms of, you know, how to work with it, but also its sustainability. And so you have to kind of then make your decision, like your linen, that is a very sustainable fabric, but it wrinkles a lot. So
Yeah.
you know, if you want to start thinking about maybe having a few pieces that will last a long time, like your jumper, and then, you know, then you have to start making decisions about how sustainable is the rest of your wardrobe, and you know, making decisions with your dollars as to whether the fashion industry will, you know, come around, because there's been some articles about them thinking that of needing to be more sustainable. The whole thing about the waste that they generate, and you know, some fabrics really take a lot. I mean, cotton takes a lot of water and pesticides to make, unless you're doing organic cotton. But it's a great fabric, you know, once it's, because it biodegrades and things. So there's no perfect fabric, but they gave you some hints on, you know, how, if you want to be more sustainable in your sewing, to look
Different
for.
fabric. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, they said polyester gets a bad name because it's a petrochemical, but it lasts forever.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, some of your polyesters, you know, like your polar fleeces and some of them, the nice ones, they last a really long time. So, you know, there's kind of a trade-off there. So, yeah.
The Walmart ones, you guys, when I'm saying, about how much fabric was just literally dumped over there, almost every piece of fabric that I looked at a lot of them real quick. They were so thin. I just went I was amazed that I found the one that I did, because it has some body to it, but most of it, you literally can hold it up and see right through it. And that was a lot of them.
They must then be from the leftovers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're all tightly rolled up in a pack, in a little packet, really tight. And then they have a thing around it, and that says, you know, 2 for 2 yards for $2 or whatever it is. And they're all 2, 3, and 4 yards, but all of them, I would say majority of them are very thin. And a lot of them I just didn't have a hard time saying no to, because they're so thin. So this one that I bought I was real happy with.
So at some point too, it takes us so long to make these things. You would want to make them out of fabric that will last.
Yes.
Once you get good, like that stuff is great for practicing. And the muslins.
Yeah. The muslin, are you making the muslin out of just a junk fabric, or out of actual muslin fabric?
I'm gonna make it out of something that I can wear too, in case it turns
Okay.
out good.
Well, because I looked at the actual muslin fabric, and it wasn't as cheap as I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
So I thought, screw it, I'll just wear some, I'll just use up some
Yeah,
fabric that I don't care about.
like I would call it a prototype, but I'm making a prototype version.
Well, I mean, Casey, you've said it before, a lot of those that you make out of the junk fabric, you kind of like it.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is when you make a muslin isn't necessarily always going to be out of muslin fabric. You should make it out of something similar weight to what you're going to use. So like if you're going to do a knit, I do it out of, some inconsequential knit.
Yep.
And if it's going to be a woven, then I might use muslin, or I might use whatever I have around that's similar to what I would be using in the final prototype, for the prototype. Yeah.
And I think too, because I've listened to Peggy Sager so dang much, there, we look at the patterns and they give you a suggestion for what you should. And she says, you can use whatever you want.
Mhm.
You can use the knit or the woven. All you have to do is to look at, can you get in it? And the sleeve should probably be, if you have to make a decision, the sleeve should probably be some kind of a knit, because you gotta move so much around, gotta be able to move around. But you don't have to worry so much about sticking to what they say on the suggested. It's a suggested, but then you just gotta take a look at the fabric and see if it'll work.
Because like you said, the knit that you're going to use for that big floral, it doesn't seem to stretch a lot.
Right.
And the one I'm going to use is a knit, and it's for a woven pattern. But I just kind of shook it out, and it doesn't like hang. Some knits you shake them out and they kind of hang, and you can feel them stretching. This is not stretching like that, so I think it'll work out okay. If it was a really stretchy knit and you could feel it kind of hang when you put it in, when you hold it, then it's going to stretch. It's going to grow.
Right.
And so, suddenly something that fit is now going to be, a lot longer, where you don't need it to be a lot longer because
what you just said is a decision that you got to make if you want to choose a knit instead of the woven. You got to take a look at whether that will fit appropriately with what you're making.
How about you, Miss Gay?
I had a busy weekend. I did, took my window boxes down because I want to paint them this year. They're white, and every time you water or it rains, you get black streaks all down the front of them. So I decided I'm going to go with, we have fish scales at the top of the house that are a dark sagey green, and the house is eucalyptus, which is a yellowy green. So I'm doing the window boxes to match the fish scales up at the top.
Oh,
So
what kind of house do you live in? Is it a Victorian house?
it's a colonial.
Oh,
Betty.
cool.
It's a two-story colonial.
What year was it built in? Did you all build it?
We bought it, we designed the house in 1980. Well, we bought the land in 1980, I think. And then in 1984, we drafted the first draft of the house. We kept drawing designs. And then it went to the architect in 1985, and we constructed it in 1986. So it's 35 years.
See, it was
35
your
years old.
forever home too. Wow, guys. Has anybody else ever done that? Built a house like you designed it and built it?
Mhm.
Really? You too, Dory?
My husband, he's by education, he's an electrical engineer.
Oh, cool.
And so when he goes through classes, he said he said he wanted to do just what Gabe's talking about, to develop the plan, and then you take it to the architect. But he has architectural classes that he also took as a part of, some of his classes. So he could do a lot of the drawing himself. So yeah.
For you guys. So
Well,
it's
I
very-
think we were ahead of the curve because when we built the house, we don't have very many walls downstairs. It was pretty much an open concept, and open concept wasn't around in 1986.
Mm-mm.
But now people walk in and say, wow.
Yeah.
But it's 35 years old, but it's pretty much an open concept house.
How many
And
bedrooms do you have?
We have 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then we have 3 full bathrooms, and we have 5 rooms downstairs.
You get a big house.
She giggles. And now it's full of people.
It's always been full of people. I mean, people have moved in and out all the time. So
Do you
Oh.
clean it? Do you clean it yourself?
Well, I used to do it pretty much all by myself, but now that my son has moved in, he works 2 days a week. So the day after he gets off, the day that he gets off work, he gets off at 7 in the morning. We have 2 bags, 1 day a week. One day is the short clean, and the next day, the next time he works, it's the big clean. So we draw sticks. Everybody we draw sticks. Somebody gets to do all the bathrooms. Somebody gets to do all the vacuuming. Somebody gets to do all the dusting. Somebody else
So
gets
you
to
do it all yourself. It's just whoever gets to do it.
We all pull sticks, and that's
Yeah.
how we do it. And then the big day is everybody gets 3 sticks.
Whoa, so one day,
Oh,
one
my.
day is 1 stick, big day 3 sticks. I'm gonna implement this, Gay. How many, how many people are drawing?
4.
It does, it's Max? No, it's not Max.
Mac
Max.
gets, he
Max.
draws a stick to work with one person. So one person gets a helper each time. So
Okay.
he's learning to clean too, because he
Oh,
gets to do
he's the
cleaning.
assistant.
He's the assistant. And so what your job is to teach him how to do. So, when you get in the bathrooms, he gets the spray bottle, and
This
we
is
have,
good.
so he gets to go in the bathtub and do all the around, or the shower,
like
and do
it.
all the surround and wipe it all down, and then he gets to spray it all down.
Oops.
And he gets to
That's a lot
clean
of
the
work,
bathroom
Steve.
mirrors, and he gets to clean the bathroom,
Oh my goodness.
empty the bathroom trash.
You
A
are
lot of
doing it
work.
right. And my children are gonna be angry tonight. Pick a stick.
It works. Listen, I mean, it does work. I mean,
Oh,
and
Lord.
I'm on my 5th first responder quilt. I've got 4 all pieced.
Oh, amazing.
I'm working on the last row of the 5th one. And then all I have left is to put the borders on them. And once the borders are on, then I have to wait for my room to be ready, because I can't use that machine yet. That room,
That'll
they're
get-
promising in a couple weeks it should be done. So I have 10 quilts ready to be quilted.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna be exhausted from all that.
So.
Do
but
you have one of the quilts nearby? Is it hard to hold it up? Ooh, pretty good.
Oh,
That's the last,
Lord,
that's the
Lord,
last
it.
one.
that is
that's-
just awesome.
Wow,
That is the
Insanely.
last quilt.
Wow.
it's so great.
So it's an easy pattern. It's super easy. I mean, it goes
Sure
quick.
is.
But now the last ones, I'm trying to use up scrap. So instead of making my 9 patches using a strip and cutting them after, I'm having to piece all these little 9 pieces. So it's a little slower, these last ones. All these little pieces are being stitched together to make a 9 patch.
Oh, wow.
But I've only got 4, I think 3 or 4 more to make, so I'm almost done. And
Yeah,
then so that's it.
you definitely made your goal.
Yeah, but
You
I
didn't
gotta
do
get them all
one
quilted,
box,
and then
you
they
did
gotta be all
5.
gifted. So then I have to gift them, so.
Did you get over to your favorite fabric shop? Because you had to get some more material.
I did go to the fabric shop, and I also picked up a little bit more fabric because I think is it this week or is it next week? I start that other quilt along. So I'm trying to get these done so that I can do the other quilt along. And I picked up, I needed a 4.5-inch square ruler to square up the blocks. I don't know that each block is 4.5, so I must be making multiples of 4.5 blocks for this mystery quilt. I have no idea, but I have enough material now I know I have enough to complete that quilt. So, and I haven't done, I've got last week, my block of the week on Wednesday. I haven't made that one yet this week. So I've got that block to do. So, but I went to a baseball game. My little grandson started minor leagues this week. So we went to a baseball game. So
Did they win?
he did. He was a pitcher.
Oh,
He
yay.
Nobody got a hit off of him. And then they won 4-3. He was relieved after the first 3 innings and the other kid took over and the other team scored a couple runs, but they ended up winning. So he was happy.
So excited.
So,
Isabel's playing lacrosse and they lost, even though the other
Oh.
team didn't have a goalie.
oh, I have an Isabel. My granddaughter is Isabel.
Oh, is she? How does she spell it?
Izabel.
That's so funny. My son just got a girlfriend named Isabel and he goes, but it's with a Z. And we were all like, with a Z? So we're going to say Isabel with the Z?
Yeah, and he had my grandson Thomas. His girlfriend is Isabella,
Isabella.
but Isabel, they have a Polish last name, so they spelled it with the Z for Isabel. So
And we just did Isabel. Everybody, all her teachers add an A, and it drives her crazy.
Yeah, oh, they always add, but well, we have a Gabrielle and an Isabel, and they always want to put the A at the end of both of them. So, but no,
It
no,
makes them sad. Yeah, they're like, that's not my name.
no. So,
All right. Well, you are rocking it, even without your quilt machine.
yep, almost done with the 5th one. Once they're done, it's like, oh, it's going to
Then
be
you
a
can work
while.
on
There'll be a
stuff-
lot
yeah.
of hand stitching those bindings though. When it gets to that point, I'll have sore fingers.
Oh, you really will.
I got 10 quilts backed up.
Do you remind your family every time you see them? 10 quilts backed up.
I
We
keep
need to
telling
get
them,
this
they keep saying,
going.
today they're moving more of their basement. And they're moving their basement because they have shelving in their basement that's got to come over so that we can finish setting up the basement shelving so that like all my china is packed in those nice little quilted baskets now. And we need shelving. That's in the sewing room because there's no
Oh,
place
no.
else to put it.
Oh,
So
gosh.
he keeps saying, we have to make it one more mess before we can straighten it out. I said, I understand. So we're getting there. I mean, Mac has a playroom now. We have got the playroom established, so his
Good.
toys are in there. It's just the sewing room has got all the remnants of everything else. And once we go sort through that, either it goes to Goodwill or it goes to Savers or it gets trashed, or it goes on a shelf because it's going to be used seasonally. That's it.
Wow, you got a lot of good systems.
Well, I am an organized person. I mean, I can't even work in my sewing room if it's too messy. I have to stop and clean before I work. So, but that's it. That's
Yay.
all we've
Thank
been
you.
up to.
Thank you for all the good insight on how to get them to do their chores. How about you, Miss Sally? Do your children help you? Do they have chores? What? You do all the work?
Oh no, my daughter does. She does a lot of stuff around the house.
That's nice.
I mean, it's not really chores. She does she does most of the stuff around the house. So she's just a good girl like that. So
That's how Ashley was for me. She would do everything.
what'd you say?
That's how Ashley was for me. She would do everything. Maybe that's why she moved away.
Yeah, I think that's how my eldest daughter is. She used to do a lot of stuff, and now she comes back and she's like, "You're making Jenny do everything now," and I don't make her. She just does it. You know, she's just nice like that. But yeah, she's really good. Oh, you know what I was gonna say to you? I was gonna say like this pattern right here.
That's
the
cute.
simplicity
Here's
pattern.
that. Hold that up.
This one right here has like two different pants.
Yeah, look at
Are
that.
they just different in their width?
Yeah, that looks it.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
It's cute.
What is that number?
8178.
And
Oh, I
it has
like that
a
one.
sweet jacket too.
Yeah.
Is that a newer or older one?
Well, everything has to be newer for me because
The newer pattern?
yeah, because I don't have any
Okay.
older patterns.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
I like it.
That's
I don't even
really
think
cute, Sally.
it doesn't even show the back of the pants. I mean, it just shows like for this, it just shows like like maybe if you had one or you had the other.
These jumpers are really popular right now. Have you all seen them in the stores? They're selling them everywhere.
I don't really go to stores much. If I go to a store, it's just like for it's just like one of these type of stores.
A craft store.
But I think I might make this. It's funny because this almost looks like a if you look at the back, it almost just looks like a kimono at the top.
Wow, Sally, that's amazing.
But it
Very
looks
cool.
like, or it looks like what are those like if you're going what is it if you're doing like a what is it like if you're I can't even think of what it is, like you're doing karate or something, but I can't think of taekwondo. But this is actually what I would like to do.
Mhm.
That's really fun.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Say,
very pretty.
it's a Vogue pattern.
What kind of fabric?
Hmm?
What kind of fabric will you
I
do?
haven't gotten the fabric yet, but the fabric I don't know any of the fabric that's on here, so that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
Tell us, what are the choices?
So you can use rayon, but it says matte jersey. I don't know what matte jersey is.
That's a knit, and it just doesn't have a shiny face to it. So when you look at, how some knits are have a shine to it. Matte just means that it's not shiny. So Joann's has some matte jerseys in their knit section.
I've seen a lot of jerseys that doesn't have shine to it.
Right, and that's just what they're suggesting is a matte jersey, which all that means is that the right side of the fabric doesn't have a shine to it.
Okay, does it have anything to do with the stretch?
Well, does it have a stretch thing on the back? Does it have a stretch guide? That little thing that starts here and you stretch
actually it doesn't. It does not.
Oh, yeah. So then I would say that they're looking for one that doesn't have a lot of stretch.
Okay.
So like a 10% stretch at most.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So remember how we were talking earlier, I said when I take my fabric out and I just kind of let it hang, it doesn't pull down at all. Whereas some of the jerseys, you can see that it kind of bounces a lot. And this is it's not stable in that it does have stretch to it, but it doesn't stretch easily. And so it's a more stable knit. So.
Okay.
But for that, you would want something that has some drape to it. So the rayon would be great, or Lysel or Tercel. Both of those are like a rayon, have the same kind of drape, and they're more environmentally friendly, according to my latest article.
Environmentally friendly. Okay. Let's see, because it does. Yeah, I was looking at. Because it says it's a loose fitting jumpsuit, but then and it also says that you have to put lining in it. I don't plan on putting lining in it at all.
Then you'll have to face they'll have to create a facing then for the edges. Because when they line it, they basically take, like the top, you basically cut the top out as your fashion fabric, and then you cut one out as the lining, and you just sew the two together, and that's how the edge gets finished. So you'll just have to pay attention to your edges. Yeah, it's actually might be okay this would be a good one to learn how to line, and it would be pretty easy because it doesn't look like it's very fitted.
Oh, so I should line it.
Yeah.
You
I
could,
would say so.
yeah.
So line it with that like silky stuff.
You could line it with the same fabric. You don't have to buy separate fabric. You could just buy, like, so that it's the inside looks the same as the outside if you wanted to, or you can just get a solid, like if you get a rayon, get a solid rayon that's, takes up one of the colors in the print if you do a print for the outside.
See what I was looking for, because like, you know how in the pack they say what the fabric is, and then and then they go into what like they'll say like A, B or whatever, and then, but it doesn't say what to do this middle part in.
Oh, really? There's not an accent?
No,
Really?
no. I was looking to see exactly what it I don't see it on here.
And so, because when you're buying, it should list, this so much for the fashion fabric, so much for the lining, and then you should have the accent fabric. It may be that they missed it, because I had a pattern recently where they completely missed a piece, and I was like, fortunately, I knew enough about how to sew that I was like, oh, I think they're missing something here.
Yeah. I went down and read it a few times.
Yeah. So find that pattern piece and just, measure it so that you know how much fabric, because it's just that accent, right?
I thought it was supposed to go up here too, but because it looks like it goes up here on the diagram, but maybe
Was
not.
that, yeah. So yeah, I noticed that, and I didn't know if that's maybe just top stitching that they're noting there. That might be that they're showing you that they top stitch it, and it might be that the lining is, they use the belt part is the same as the lining, so that's where you're I don't know.
Because in the notions it just says wide elastic. That's all it says.
Oh,
Oh,
so that's the wide elastic.
No
Well,
way, really?
This can't be elastic.
Yeah, you can buy
The
fashion
wide
elastic.
elastic and you are seeing
colors.
the top stitching. Yeah.
yep.
This blue is elastic.
It could be, yeah. Look and see if look at the pattern piece list and see if there's an elastic guide piece.
Sally's like, I
It'll
hate
be
it.
it'll be one of the pattern pieces that says elastic guide. Yeah, it could be, because then you just sew it to that. I've made belts out of
I
it.
like that.
I don't like that. Take it back. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sally.
Yeah.
An elastic.
It's okay. It'll be fine.
Go to Joann's and go into the area where they have the elastic and notions and stuff like that, and you'll find like 2 or 3 inch wide elastic, and I've made belts out of it as accessories, and you'll see you'll have to see if there's even anything that matches your fabric, because that's part of the problem, is you've got to have an elastic if it's exposed like that matches your fabric. So yeah, that might be what's going on.
That's so funny. I'm really serious about this right now.
So the other thing you could do is
This is let me
see
showing.
if you can make it without that elastic, you extend it so that you gather it and then put a belt on it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds better.
What number is that, Sally? What
I
number
don't
is your
want to know. Yeah.
It looks pretty on, on her. It looks very
These
stylish.
16, 17.
Very dark.
17?
16, 17?
Yeah, 16, 17.
Okay. 16,
16, 17 of what? Work?
Vogue. I'm thinking maybe make a channel and put like elastic in
Hey,
it.
Sally, what is it? Is
Vogue.
that considered very easy
No,
or average?
it's definitely not very easy.
Oh.
So one of the
No, it's
things
not
you have to
considered
do
very
is
easy.
see if that pattern, if that elastic is accounted for, like when you have your bodice and your pants, are they minus, are they shorter because they insert that? Or, because you may have to lengthen both the bodice and the pants to account for if you're going to take that out and just put an elastic casing around it and put a belt on it. So you will
Yeah.
have to add there.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I might be switching patterns.
You might,
I was joking.
you might. Go get a pattern that says easy on it. That will be helpful.
I feel like that easy as a trick.
But it's still, it doesn't have all these extra things that she probably doesn't want to do. It'll have things that she doesn't. Yeah, maybe get one that is easy or very easy.
The other
Look
thing,
at that.
if you
Don't
really,
get one that is average. Well, I'm
if
sorry.
you really like it, Sally,
I
I
don't
would
really
suggest-
like it. I didn't pick this pattern. My friend
Oh,
picked
okay.
this pattern.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Did she
Yeah.
brought it to you?
Huh?
She brought it to you?
No, my male friend. He really likes this pattern. He really wants me to make this one.
Well, then you should.
Yeah, he really wants to. He goes to the store and picks out stuff, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like all the time. He'll even go to the store and like try to pick out the fabric. I'm like, who are you?
I love that, Sally.
I'm sorry.
You should try and make it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Will she
And
get frustrated?
Go online, Sally. Go online today and look at elastic online because you have time to order it if you want it.
Online.
Online,
Sure.
search what is 3-inch elastics. Am I wrong? Don't they make some pretty ones too? Like,
Yes, they have them in lots of different colors.
I have to
Just
find
go
the
ahead and
fabric
look-
first.
Yeah, go look up online and you'll be amazed at how much you'll find.
yeah, because you
I
can
might-
wait to order it. Like, we don't have to have it done tomorrow.
But I have to make sure it matches the fabric. That's the
Right.
problem.
Well, you gotta
Or-
get the fabric first then.
You could get the elastic and find fabric to match the elastic because you love the elastic. So it's going to be a statement.
I'm just thinking maybe just like if I get elastic, just get some black elastic and like
There you
Mhm.
go.
Yep.
That works.
Yep.
But I gotta
Because
find
it's
out-
basically it's going to
find
look
out-
like a belt when you get
Mhm.
done. It basically is going to kind of look like a belt when you get done. So
yeah.
yeah. So if you get some neutral that goes with the fabric, then you'll be fine. I would just suggest sitting down and reading through the instructions so that you understand how it goes together. And if you, once you've read through the instructions, if you get a sense of how it went together and you feel okay with it, go ahead. But if it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do this and that, and I'd have to change this because that, then I would probably let it go.
Do you want me to send you the pattern?
I was afraid that was going to
Casey
happen if I
has a
kept talking.
huge project underway. She is re-engineering the jumpsuit. This is a big deal.
I can send it to you and you can read it over.
Sally,
Would you
Well,
like me to put it on Facebook?
What's
The-
the
the
number?
Facebook
And
group?
I'll go to Joanne's and read the instructions there. So Vogue
oh, that's sweet
16,
of you, Casey.
17,
What'd you say?
Vogue 16, 17.
Yeah, but you know what? These Vogue patterns, sometimes they don't even have them. They were on sale and I was looking for another one. They didn't even have it.
Yeah.
It's only asking for a 1/4-inch wide elastic.
That doesn't
That-
look like
You must have a pattern piece for that waistband.
I think if Casey is able to go and check the things out, that will help out. She's able to do
Or
that.
you could also take a picture, Sally, of the instructions and post it, and then she can see it.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a 1/4-inch wide elastic.
No,
Right
there's
here.
something. Yeah, that's either it's a belt that you add on
Yeah.
afterwards, or it's that wide elastic. To me, that's what it looks like.
Go in there and see if there's a pattern piece for that waist part.
Going where?
It says a 1/4 yard of a 1/4-inch wide elastic.
Going where? You talking about inside of here?
In the envelope, there
Want me to
might be
read
a.
it?
Hmm?
Okay, so Suzette, are you offering to read the pattern?
Wait, a
I'm
quarter
reading- I'm
yard.
reading it
that
online right
nine?
now. It says you under your notions, it says a 1/4 yard of a 1/4 inch wide elastic.
Right, so that
9
means,
inches?
that means that there's some
Come
type
on,
of
Adam.
fabric I'm supposed to
Okay.
use then, right?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
has to be.
So what is
Not
it?
asking for wide elastic.
Great, so what's the fabric?
You need to look at those pattern pieces.
You're gonna have to crack the envelope, Sally. But I do have to say goodbye, ladies, because I got another engagement. So bring it tomorrow, Sally, bring it tomorrow.
I won't be here tomorrow.
What?
Yeah,
Sally?
that's why I said I don't think I'm gonna be able to meet the the monthly meeting.
Oh, on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Oh, because you have your appointment.
yeah.
Are you gonna be there on Friday?
Or Thursday.
Or
I'm
Thursday?
gonna try to make the Thursday one though.
Okay, well, let's talk about it on Thursday. What are we making this Thursday? Oh, the packs. We have time to
Yeah.
talk.
Belly back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Sally.
Okay.
Everybody
Take
have
a
a nice
rest.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.